You shouldn't be surprised at all that you want to know about your purpose and what your purpose is. Hey, it's Lenny Wennerstrom, and I am here to help you find your purpose. And one of the tools I use is Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. The sun is going down. It's right in my eyes. I did that by design so I can get some melatonin and and do my little eye exercises to get that into my eyes. And I can tell that I haven't done it for a while because my eyes are so sensitive, not so sensitive, but way more than what they normally are. At about this time, I'm doing really good. My eyes are really strong. So this tells me I need to get out in the sun a little bit more. So December 3rd, day 338 of the year, 28 days left in 2024, and we are now 92.35% done with 2024. So yesterday we talked about the greatest cure for a difficult day. Today, no surprise that you want to know what your purpose is. Let's talk about that. For Dr. Shad Helmstetter's passage for today, I'm not surprised that I want to know my purpose. It comes from knowing deep within me that there is a reason I am here. So, how empowering is that? How often do you wonder, maybe not, just think about this. Do you ever just sit and wonder and say, why am I here? Like, what am I doing here? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be doing something? Do I have a purpose? Is there a reason I'm here? Why does it feel so shallow sometimes? Why does it feel so difficult? Why does it feel so sticky? Why does it feel so exciting? Why does it feel like, why am I here? Why does it feel like I'm supposed to be doing something and I don't know what it is? That is all wrapped up in you going deep within and saying, what is my purpose? We talk about that a lot on this channel. And a very big part of me trying to encourage you to find your purpose is because that purpose gives you meaning. And if you're asking those questions, one, it's age, excuse me, it's an age-old question. Like, why am I here? How many people from back when have you studied that had that big question, that philosophical, why am I here? Like, what am I doing? And how often have you had it or known people who have had that question? And it is a deep question. And if you really stop and allow yourself to get a little uncomfortable in the unknown, um, you'll start knowing more. You'll start feeling more connected. And when you really start taking the time and saying, I'm here to serve. I know that part of my purpose is to serve others. So if I'm here to serve others, not service to self, but to serve others, obviously you take yourself into account because if you don't have your oxygen mask on, you can't help anyone else. So finding your purpose is your oxygen mask. It's way more than that, but that's just a good good way to look at it. So, or a good analogy. And it's true when you find your purpose, meaning, and it again, it's kind of funny to me when I say ahoy, like, where is my purpose? Ahoy, are you over there? Somebody tell me what my purpose is. Why am I here? And how many books have you read? How many people have you talked to? How many people have you said, man, that person is so wise. I bet they know what my purpose is. And maybe you go to a psychic or to a medium or to someone, and even like an astrologer like Lynette, and which I mean definitely Lynette, cosmicmoves.com. Lynette can help guide you. An astrologer can help guide you. Wise peeparoos, that understand spirituality and why we're here, that can help you and guide you. Numerologists can help and guide you. Like everyone, even psychics maybe can help and guide you depending on, I mean, you're a psychic. We are all psychic. We are all spirit. Remember, I teach the spiritual journey and the practical spirituality. So the spiritual journey and the human experience. We are both at the same time. You are very, very capable of being your own medium. You are very, very capable of being your own psychic. And a lot of times we just doubt ourselves and we don't have that healthy self-esteem, that belief in ourselves that we are that We are all of that. And when you get that, pretty soon you stop asking other people's. It's not like you don't need the guidance or want the guidance. You don't need anything, but that you don't want the guidance. Excuse my sniffling. So it's wow, the sun just went down and it is just really got really chilly right away. So your purpose, the reason that you want to know your purpose is because you want to know why you're here. You know that there's a reason you're here and you're searching for that reason and you're going within. You're not going without. You're not going out there without, within. You're going within and saying, why am I here? What am I good at? What flows easily to me? And what brings me immense joy when I serve? So we are on December 3rd, and we only have 28 days left in 2024. So hopefully, if you've been following me this whole year and even before, since November of last year, hopefully you have really put some time and effort into some intention into finding your purpose, because that purpose gives you meaning, and that meaning gives you value. You feel like there's value in your life, and you know there's a reason why you're here. And so that having your purpose and moving into it, building skill sets around it, and really moving into it, activating it and becoming it, really is gives you that the meaning in your life. And then you always have the direction of where you're going next, because you're in the boat steering that boat with the rudder. And when you know what your purpose is, and I'm not talking about the myriad, we talk about this a lot, so many purposes, I mean, you're a mom, you're a dad, you're a soccer player, you're an athlete, you're a chef, you're a son, a daughter, you're whatever it is that you are. You're an attorney, you're a doctor, you're I just think of all the things I've been around. You're a yoga teacher. You know, those are purposes, they're also identities. If you move away from all of that and become nothing, like literally become nothing, so that you can become the wave. The wave, there is way more wave than there is particle. There is way more energy than there is physical matter. Physical matter is energy. But just think about the particle and the wave, and think about it as 99.99999, however, whatever that percentage is the wave, and 0.99999, however many nines that is the particle. And that's all. The universe is all quantum. Just, I mean, you think about those numbers. I don't know what those numbers are. I'm parroting. But I'm going to tell you right now, you look up at the sky, you look around you, you look in your body, and you feel inside of your body. How much is there of space and not matter? And you think about everything holding like your fascia. What's in between the fascia? What's in between each cell? What's in between in your head, in your brain, inside of your whole head, inside of your chest? Just you yourself. So much space inside of you. So much space, so much wave, frequency. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. And look at the sky compared to look at the houses, right? And and all of that, and other places that you look at, but then look and see how much of the sky above it, how much, you look way off into space, and you think about, here's our little, like, think of this as, okay, whether it be flat or round, it's not about being a flat earther or a round earther, whatever that is. But there's just a little space, we're in the space, and then all that stuff around us, whatever that stuff is. I call it energy. I call it scalar energy. I call it it's the wave. And you get to move the majority of that wave. You get to move that with your thoughts. Your thoughts are electric. Your heart is magnetic. Get them into coherence and open up that heart. The heart is what tells the brain, but the brain, I'm always talking about, for planet Earth, your most amazing bestest tool in the world, your computer, not talking about your heart. Your heart is way more powerful. Yet, just as a computer, you can put whatever you want into this computer, whatever you want in your computer and into your brain. And whatever the input is equals the output. So be very, very careful what you put into your brain, especially when you know that neuroplasticity. And that is your brain is constantly, constantly rewiring itself until you take your very last breath. So put stuff that is good, like look for your purpose, open up your heart, just really feel the love of the wave and the energy, and that you are moving the energy into creating whatever it is you want to create on planet Earth. You are a creator. You are a creator. So create what you want. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Understand what you don't want. That gives you the contrast to tell you what you do want. And then move forward with clearly with the visualization of what you do want in your life, and create from that space, the space of the unknown. You don't know what's out there, but if you have faith and know that that you are the creator and you can create whatever it is, that it all is there, all possibilities exist in the quantum field, in the one field, all possibilities and all potentials. You are unlimited potential. You were born with unlimited potential. That sounded like Steve. He used to say potential. I say potential. But anyway, tomato, tomato, potential, potential. So, but you were born with unlimited promise and potential. And then you got programmed. So when you understand that neuroplasticity, understand how very powerful you are, and you can take back your power by rewiring your brain. The language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created for the brain, very, very specific, very detailed. That's how the brain works, just like a computer. I mean, you can put gibberish into it. You can put negativity. You can put lies into it. You can put really good stuff. It doesn't matter, because the computer is just going to take it, and then whatever, and say that's a program, you give it gibberish, and what are you going to get out? Gibberish on the out. You put in like a really good, a really like a book, an awesome book, and you put in this really beautiful tale, and then what do you get out of it? You get, I mean, you can put all this in, and then you print it all out, and it's this beautiful story. You can create formulas that say if this then that, and you can put in lies, you can put in, it doesn't matter, you can put in good stuff. I'm really trying to get to the point to where you are the ruler of your domain, of your space, the space within you, between your cells, the space, your health, your happiness, your wealth, your relationships. You are the owner. When you step up and take responsibility for that, you have more freedom than you will ever think. So many peeparoos, that would be me many, many years ago, thought, if I have responsibility for this, that's going to be heavy. Guess what it is? It's freedom. It's freedom, because once you know that you are responsible for something, it's like, oh, I'm responsible for creating my financial future. Okay, I got this. I'm going to create, I'm going to visualize, I'm going to see it, I'm going to focus on what I want, and I'm going to move forward. I'm going to be determined. I'm going to be judicious. I'm going to be intentional, and I'm going to see exactly what I want, and I'm going to move every single day. I'm going to move forward, 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 forward. And I'm going to create my financial strength. I'm going to work on my relationships every single day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Very intentional. Set goals around that. I'm going to find my purpose. I'm going to be very intentional about finding my purpose. Whatever it is, you are the creator. And taking responsibility for your life in that way, immense freedom. Absolutely immense freedom, because you are the one making the choices to find success in your life. And then when you add neuroplasticity, so you're listening to the self-talk language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created, which is always in the description, unless I forget. And if I forget, go to another one. It's not usually in my shorts, in the shorts of on YouTube, but in the actual videos, it's pretty much almost always there. So, but look there and go to a different one if there's not anything in there. Usually I have everything in there. Sometimes I get a little busy. My point is, it's always there, 30 days free. Change your programs, change your life. Truly, when your programs are the programs that you want going in of creating a healthy self-esteem so that you have self-confidence, so that you no longer have comparatitis, you're not worrying what people are thinking or saying about you. You're moving with confidence. Your head is high, shoulders back. And you walk through a room, it's like, that person wants to talk to me. Oh, that is, I'm going to do this or do that. And you move through not worried about, am I wearing the right clothes? Do I you're just like pshaw, whatever. That self-confidence is and I'm not talking about dressing. You know what I'm talking about. It's moving like just you being confident in who you are, moving through life, not like a party or something, but just through a room, through your life, through whatever it is you're doing, and moving intentionally, living consciously, being very aware. And it's interesting. The everything that I do in my life, I do my very bestest to focus on living consciously, being awake during my waking day, remembering what it is that I want to accomplish, and really doing my very best to move myself forward. And not it's not about wasting time. It's about using the time to do what is highest and best and where I want to go in my life. And so do I always flow in that direction? No, sometimes. Yesterday and today, I had a lot of grief this morning, and yesterday was very, very difficult. And then, as Lynette told me yesterday, we are in Mercury retrograde. And so, like, I seriously did the video yesterday. I did it 3 times. The first time I went about 15 minutes. I think I explained that. And then the second time it was 24 minutes, and it was so good. I just poured my heart out to you, and it was very cathartic for me. And Lynette said she enjoyed it. We had a good time. But when that didn't work, like there was no sound, I was just like, man, I don't think I can do this again. Like I just because I had been it had been a really like emotionally difficult day missing Steve, and being the human and trying to flood myself with that beautiful golden warm flowy compassion energy. And it would work for the second, and then all of a sudden I'd feel grief, and and it's allowing myself, sitting with that and allowing that to flow through me. And this morning, oh my gosh, Aruz, I came back from, I'm home, by the way, back to the mountains. See, look, isn't that beautiful? Beautifousness for spacious guys. Space, lots of space. So I got here this morning because the trash comes only every other week, and I wanted to make sure that I got that out, and and then a couple of other things that needed to happen. And we're preparing for Steve's celebration of life, which is on Saturday, and I was in the drive, was driving up here. I mean, 35 years of being with this man, hardly ever not by his side. Like literally, we worked together, we lived together, we ate together, we traveled in the RV together, pretty much 24/7. We were together. And so it was like, it's kind of a shock when you all of a sudden, that you're with someone, and then you're not with that person is no longer there. And so the grief just comes in waves. And so yesterday and this morning, woo, that this morning I heard this noise, and I'm kind of looking around, and I had been feeling so like upset, and I saw like bear poop in the front of the yard as I'm bringing all the stuff in. I don't know whether there's bear poop. It's all kinds of berries stuff in it. It's not a really big thing. So my neighbor said maybe it's not the black bear, but I don't know what it is. They should be in hibernation by now around here, or really close to it. And so that, and then there's things that still need to get done, I just and as I'm thinking and I'm bringing all the stuff in, I'm thinking my baby's not upstairs, and here I am by myself, and I just all of a sudden I was just hearing this noise, and I'm kind of looking around and kind of and it was me. It was me. I was like keening. I don't even know. It was just like I've talked to my brother. I talked to my brother about this, and Steve did it when his dad died, and it's just like it's like this. It's a guttural sound that you don't even know what it is, and it was just intense, intense emotion, deep grief, just coming out, and then it turned into like a scream. My poor puppies, and I'm like, it's me, it's me making that noise, and then the tears are streaming down, and I'm like, oh, and I had to move through that, and I was like, yeah, that's it took me a while, but it's like that's healing, that's healing, and I feel Steve with me all the time, not the same, obviously, but I feel his gentle guidance and touch, and it feels very comforting. So this grief stuff can come in waves, and so I guess where I'm going with all of this and sharing this is, you know, this again, I'm not surprised that I want to know my purpose. It comes from knowing deep within me that there is a reason I am here. It can feel very difficult and challenging, the human experience. We know that we are soul, we're light beings, whatever you want to say that you are, the higher power, and hopefully you know you are that. It's just a matter of degree. Yet that human experience is so real, that we lose someone, right? We never lose anyone. Like we don't need anyone else. These are roles that we come here and we play, and it's so that we can grow in our consciousness and our experiences, and really get to a place to where we learn how to love more deeply, and how to create, and how to become responsible for self, and just all of these experiences, that they are simply experiences. And then just like Steve, he's now source. He's now, he's celestial. He's that energy which is everywhere. And now he is that, just like the drops into the ocean, and then the drops out of the ocean, and they go back into the ocean. They have all the constituents, right? Steve had all the constituents of source, of God, of that higher divinity. And now he no longer has the body, right? He is that. So he is consciousness. And so that essence of him will always exist. So that's very unique to him. And so that's why you can feel him. Mediums talk about that. And just like our loved ones are always with us, and that essence is always with us, and we will always be with our loved ones. So when we move into from away from and we go into the nothingness, that we're not the body, we're not the mother, we're not the father, we're not the teacher, the lawyer, we're not identifying with any of that, and we become nothing. We become the wave, we become energy, and we go into nothingness, and we move into the unknown, where we can create what we want to create and bring into the physical realm. When we know what our purpose is, we have direction, and we know where we're going and what we want to create and who we are serving. It's like, well, who is it? What gives me the most joy? Like, what brings me immense joy when I do this? Is it children? Is it women? Is it mothers? Is it the elderly in assisted living? Is it the sick? Is it, who knows, whatever it is? Is it, you're a therapist and you work and help athletes get their bodies back into shape, or whatever those things are. When you move into your purpose, you then can take, you can then decide what you want to bring from the unknown, from all that energy, and what you want to create and bring into the visible, from the invisible into the visible. and to live consciously and be aware of your day and what you're doing, and be very intentional and pay attention to what you're bringing into your life and who you're hanging around, and your self-talk, and what you're thinking, and how all of those things. And it's not an overwhelming process. It's just taking it step by step and being aware. So I hope that there's some golden nuggets there for you, and that you are like so many of us, like, why am I here? And now you know you have a reason for being here. You're not surprised. We're going to turn it around the way we do, your higher self speaking to you. You're not surprised that you want to know your purpose. It comes from knowing deep within you that there is a reason you are here. And there is, to fulfill that overarching mission of why you came here, your purpose. What is that for you? What is it that you most want to do? Why do you want to do it? Who do you want to serve? What brings you the most joy? And what can you do every single day and just focus on it? Focus, focus, focus. Not one single thing, but in a realm. Like for me, I can sit here all day and talk to you, and talk about spirituality, and talk about how you have unlimited promise and potential, and let's watch you grow. And I would love to coach you if you are interested in working with me. I can totally help you to change your mental programs so that your self-talk is positive versus negative, which is no longer holding you back or stopping you or sabotaging you. And you can do that with the self-talk app, which is, you can get the 30 days free. And if it takes 21 days to change a habit, where will you be in 30 days? You still have how many days? You have today, you have 28 days. So if you get that app today, where will you be by the beginning of the year? You'll already be feeling more positive and changing those programs that are stopping you and holding you back and that are counterproductive. That's the 90 to 95% in your subconscious mind that are just on, that you get triggered, all of these things, and you just react. Change those programs to programs that help you to lose the weight you want, and to be fit and healthy, and to have the relationships you want, and to create the financial strength you want, and to have that healthy self-esteem, so that you have that self-confidence, so you can do whatever it is you want to do and move into your purpose with love and confidence, and knowing that you will be taken care of, because you will be taking care of others. So I love you so very, very mucho. You can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do this. As always, let me see. Let's see. We're talking about roles tomorrow. The roles that people will play. We kind of talked about that a little bit today. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. We will see you tomorrow. And Mercury retrograde. So, all that tech and all those things, like what happened to me yesterday. So tech, travel, what's the other things? Delays here and there. So just stop and breathe and pause, and allow it to happen for you, because everything happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. And that is pretty darn empowering. I love you so very, very much. See you tomorrow. Ciao.